Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Today, we're going to talk about the Great Reclamation. This is where companies are starting to lay workers off in dribs and drabs and doing multiple layoffs at one time. A lot of analysts are reading a lot into this. They say that this is kind of a turning of the tide in terms of the power going from the worker back to the corporation. So I'm going to tell you guys about what's going on with this and what I'm reading. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under the B1 condition. B1 means we are Black first. That means we put our community at the top of our priority list. It means we educate our kids. It means that we break generational curses. It means that we are putting ourselves in a position to be wealthy in this generation and beyond. So if you agree with that philosophy, put a B1 in the chat, hashtag B1. That's what we talk about up in here. We believe in ourselves. We know we're going to be great. We know our kids are going to be even greater. So anyway, how many of you have noticed the layoffs that are happening with some of the major tech giants? Did anybody see this? Give me a yes or no if you saw where Amazon laid off 18,000 workers, and then they turned around and laid off another 9,000. They just announced another 9,000 layoffs this week. Now, that's still a tiny percent of their workforce. But it was interesting for one clear reason. The reason Amazon's decision to lay off 9,000 more workers was shocking is because most companies don't lay off workers in multiple waves. Typically, they do what they call they rip the Band-Aid off one time, which means it's done and it's over with. But Amazon, ironically, decided to lay off another 9,000 workers. Same thing with Facebook, or AKA Meta. They had laid off 11,000 workers, and then they recently announced another 10,000 workers. And so I started reading up on this just to see what was going on, like what's happening with these tech companies. I'm an investor in both Meta and Amazon. I'm happy with my Meta stock. I think my Meta stock has been doing reasonably well. My Amazon stock hasn't really been giving me what I want. And Meta stock, if you remember, Meta had really taken a nosedive and they've been working to try to improve, but Meta has gone up 41% in the last 6 months. So if you've been an investor in Meta, congratulations to you, because Meta, ironically, even though Meta got its butt kicked, in the last year, it's down by about 5% over the course of the year. It's up for 40? What did I say? 41%? Yeah, 41% over the last 6 months. So never ever think that a bad or a company that's struggling can't be your best investment. A lot of these companies when they go down in the dumps, that's a chance to buy that pretty cheaply. And so Meta stock actually did really well. Netflix was another company that really fell from grace. That was one of the best performers in my portfolio. Amazon, Amazon. I like Amazon. I think I like Jeff Bezos more than I like Amazon. I'm looking at Amazon. It's up a little bit today. The last 6 months is down 14%. Year to date, it is up 17%. That's not terrible, but it's down 40% over the last year. So I've just been sort of stockpiling more Amazon in hopes that they would get their problems out of the way. Now, here's what's going on with all the layoffs with Amazon and Meta and everything else. One of the things that somebody mentioned AI, C.A. Bradley, you mentioned AI in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and shout you out, man, because you're absolutely 100% correct. AI is going to start replacing people. If you don't think that AI is not going to replace a lot of tech workers, you are out of your freaking mind. I did a video not too long ago on the Black Financial Channel that listed about 9 jobs that AI is pretty much going to either wipe out or reduce completely. A lot of jobs that involve writing, any kind of writing, novel writing, script writing, copywriting, sales writing, any kind of writing. It sucks, right? It really sucks. They can even do art. The computers can even literally, if you say, give me a Rembrandt of a dog flying in outer space, while eating a banana, like they can literally paint like Rembrandt. Like it's kind of ridiculous. AI's kind of crazy. It could definitely program a computer. It can do a lot of stuff that human beings can't do. And what's going to happen is that the Internet of Things, meaning cars and appliances and robots and all those stuff, they're going to have AI installed in them. So you're going to have artificially intelligent cars in about 10 years, cars that are smart enough to, figure out where you're at, go find you, go and pick you up from where you are. And you get on your cell phone, you call your car to come get you and whatever, right? I just see this kind of being sort of a thing that's going to really change a lot of things. It's going to make the world more productive, but it's also going to leave a lot of people behind. So yeah, AI is big. But the other thing that's happening is there's kind of a pushback. Remember that corporations, their number one goal is not to not to the customer, to take care of the customer. Their number one goal is not to take care of workers. Their number one goal is not to take care of suppliers. According to Milton Friedman at the University of Chicago, the number one goal of a corporations managers is to maximize shareholder wealth, maximize shareholder wealth, maximize shareholder wealth. That's it. That was the one thing I remember hearing all the time when I was all through graduate school, was that this was their main objective, which is kind of crazy. It's incredibly elitist, but this is what you're seeing. Amazon's buying, I want to say, 1,000 robots a day. So they're trying to get rid of people. They don't want labor unions. They don't want to pay people. They don't want to hear about people complaining that they can't get a bathroom break. They don't want to hear about people complaining about the lunch break being too short. Robots don't complain about any of that. And robots can work all day, all night. You don't have to worry about safety. You don't have to worry about COVID. None of these things. So this is really kind of a brave new world we're going into. And the thing about Amazon and Meta doing all these layoffs is that Amazon and Meta are leaders. They're industry leaders. So a lot of companies are going to start laying. I believe a lot of companies are going to start doing layoffs, and they're going to say, well, it's kind of tough out here. The banks are failing. Amazon's doing it too. And yeah, this is what I've told you guys about before, called the herding effect. Corporations, they follow the pack, just like people follow the pack, right? So ultimately, Chad has it right. He says, be a shareholder. You need to go own those stocks. If you have extra money, whatever money you might spend buying shoes or going to the club or whatever, make sure you use some of that money to invest. And speaking of that, if you go to my website, boycewatkins.com, I've got a list of the third thing down on the list is a list of AI stocks that I believe are going to explode in the future. So if you're watching on Instagram, they should just hit the link in the bio, or if you just go to boycewatkins.com, you can find it. You can also find the 2023 Black Wealth Boot Camp. We're going to do that in Houston on April 21st and 22nd. So if you want to come down for 2 days, we're doing deep dive analyses, and I completed a complete training manual on my new book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, that will show you how to get you and your kids off the corporate plantation forever. You don't want to really be a worker in this environment, because I don't think workers get a fair shake. It kind of sucks, but that's just the world we live in. So now do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. I got to run. I'm about to go to my flight lesson in a second. I'm running late, so let me just finish this up. A couple of things that corporations are fighting against is one, there was the whole work from home debate. People wanted to work from home or work from anywhere. Then Elon Musk and some others started saying, if you don't come to work, you're going to lose your job. So now that the labor market has adjusted, and there's no longer sort of more jobs than people, there's now more people than jobs, and a lot of people are being laid off, especially in the tech industry. Well, corporations, the power is now in their favor. They're rebelling against things like quiet quitting. Remember we were talking about quiet quitting. That was the trend 3 months ago. It ain't the trend no more. Now quiet firing has become the trend, where they fire you and don't even let you know that you're being fired, that you're being kind of pushed out. And all this is sort of in the backdrop of the rate hikes of the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is slowing the economy down. They're deliberately increasing the unemployment rate. So this is going to make things a little bit tougher for workers. So you want to make sure that you're ready for that, because ultimately what they're trying to do, what Amazon's trying to do, in my opinion, is they're trying to keep the shareholders like me from being angry, because I'm mad that my Amazon stock is not doing better. And so what they're doing is they're going through, and according to financial theory, when you do layoffs in your company, they can either be good or bad, and the market tells you if they like the move or don't like the move. And so Amazon is laying people off so they can become more efficient, because they hired so many workers during the pandemic. They went from about 800,000 workers to about 1.6 million. So they're starting to sort of trim that fat down a little bit, and companies are starting to measure things like revenue per employee, which is a kind of a whole different type of metric, based more so on cash flow and profitability than on simply growth and expansion, and being sort of these bloated organizations that just have all these people where they don't even know what their job is. In fact, there was actually stuff out there that actually said that Google was hiring people just so they couldn't work for the competition. I kid you not. Literally, Google was hiring people just so you couldn't go work for Facebook, just so you couldn't go work for Apple. Literally, they would have them sitting there, and the people would be like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm getting all this money, and I don't even know what my job is. You're not asking me to do anything. There's like, no, we're just claiming ownership of you. We're just controlling you. We're just keeping you off the market. So that's how crazy it got. a lot of that's going out the window. So just, be mindful of that. That's the world we live in. The world, remember, these markets always change. The economy is constantly changing. The stock market is always changing. So you want to always be dynamic and changing as well, but also keep sort of consistent investment philosophy that you maintain even as the world is kind of shifting around you, right? So be mindful of what's evolving, but don't necessarily feel like you got to follow every trend or think that every trend's going to last forever, because they don't. They come and they go, and that's just how it works. Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. I gotta go. I'm about to go. I'm flying airplanes now, so I gotta go to my flight lesson so I can be a safe pilot. And also this shirt. Some of you are asking about this shirt. We do have t-shirts. If you go to wokeblacktees.com, WOKE. I believe that URL still works. Wokeblacktees.com. Let me check. I can't remember because we don't really talk much about t-shirts and stuff. But yeah, I'm looking here. Woke Black Tees. WOKE. Wokeblacktees.com. You can feel free to grab a shirt if you want to get something that we offer. Also, my new book is called The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. It is on the Amazon bestsellers list in the public finance category. I guarantee you the book will change your life. Just read the reviews before you get the book. Make sure you're getting something good, and I guarantee you're going to read good stuff because a lot of y'all love the book. And my goal is to really convince as many of you as possible to embrace these ideas, because I know what I'm talking about, and I know this is going to help you. And I want to see your family win. I want to see you on top. No woe is me. We don't feel sorry for ourselves up in here because we built to win. All right. So have a good day, everybody. God bless you. Thank you for listening. I'll check back in with you a little bit later. I'm going to interview a black dentist who's actually created a great product that I really want everybody to see. So his name is Dr. Quigless out of St. Louis. And so I want to connect with this brother and bring him in. So have a good day, everybody. God bless you. I'll see you soon. Take care now. Peace.